Why do you guys have it outside? It's getting dusty.
Because our showroom is...
It's packed. I'm heading to Las Cruces to look at a Ninja ZX4RR. It's a bike I'm sure many of you have read about or seen reviews. It's another little bike, but it's a 400cc inline 4 from Kawasaki. Kind of bringing back one of those style of bikes that they were producing, I think in the 80s, maybe early 90s. They had 4-cylinder, low cc bikes that were a lot of fun, because they had kind of superbike components on there. Good suspension, adjustable suspension. It's an expensive bike, but it's a bike that's very attractive to me. I'm loving the MT-03. I can probably go faster on the MT-03 on track than that bike, at least my local track, because it's so technical and tight that weight matters a lot. So I think like a race prep R3, MT-03, Ninja 400 with a decent rider, it's going to be faster than the ZX4RR. But that bike is just has a lot of character. It's a very special bike, very high revving, 4-cylinder. It's a small 4-cylinder, good suspension. It has a quick shifter. It has a lot of things that if you buy a Ninja 400 and try to get it up to the ZX4RR level by tweaking suspension, an ECU, exhaust, getting a quick shifter on it, you're going to start approaching the price of a ZX4RR, and there's still some nice components on there that you just can't replicate. I mean, it's got nicer switch gear, nicer finishes. And then there's the 40th anniversary edition. Beautiful colors. I love that color scheme with the white, the blue, and the green. You know, it looks like an old bike, but in a modern chassis. It's just super interesting to me. So I don't know, I'm thinking of selling my dual sport bike, which I'm not using much, my WR250R, and considering getting the ZX4RR. That color scheme alone, it's funny, it's rare that I'll think about getting a bike just because of the color, but this is one situation where that color scheme just looks incredible. And yeah, I might be faster on an R3 or Ninja 400 race prep bike, but whatever bike I'm using on the track, I kind of want it to be a good bike on the street as well. I'm not racing on the track, I'm going out there for fun. Things like a quick shifter and, you know, some more advanced electronics I think are nice for somebody like me that's just doing casual riding. It's not a smart economic decision to get a ZX4RR. It's just a purely emotional decision. But at least I want to sit on the bike today and see what it feels like to sit on it. It seems like the ergonomics are somewhere between relaxed Ninja 400 and like an R7. So it's somewhere between a casual upright bike like the R3 Ninja 400 and a full super bike. So that might be a good balance. Hopefully it's still in stock. In my part of the country, it's a fairly low income part of the country. So a bike like that, a 400cc bike, where the price is close to that of a 600cc bike, one of the 600cc super sports, or even like an R7 or one of the new GSX bikes from Suzuki with the parallel twins that are 800cc bikes. Those are going to be more attractive, I think, to people in this area than an expensive 400cc 4-cylinder. So I'm hoping you know, they have trouble selling that bike. It stays in stock for a while. There's another one in Alamogordo, which is not too far. I'm hoping those bikes stay in stock for a bit while I get my finances together. This is Las Cruces Motorsports. They should have a ZX4RR in the 40th anniversary colors. Let's see if it's here. Oh, they have one of the new Suzuki 8Rs sold. GSX8R. Good. You guys have a ZX4RR in stock? Oh yeah.
Come take a look at it?
Yeah, I think you guys have one in the 40th anniversary colors, no?
What are you riding right now?
I have a Kawasaki Concourse 14. I came on an MT-03 right now. And then I've got two dirt bikes, a WR250F and a WR250R. Why do you guys have it outside? It's getting dusty.
Because our showroom is...
It's packed.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good change from the pandemic, right? When you guys had trouble getting any bikes.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a step up for us.
Yeah. Can I sit on it?
Oh, dude, do whatever you gotta do. You wanna take it home?
I gotta buy it first to do that.
What's making you want to get a ZX4?
I like the whole concept of the bike, right? It's very unique, you know, high revving, 4-cylinder, 400cc. The MT-03, I use it to go to work sometimes, and then to just on fun track days at Arroyo Seco with friends. You know, I'm not racing it or anything, but
Taking it out on the track.
Yeah, so it's a lot of fun on the track. I've taken bigger bikes out there, but that one is a lot more fun. It's not stressful, and then it's funny, my lap times are kind of the same on that bike as they were on the big powerful bikes, because there's a lot of really tight turns out there.
I can almost guarantee that this would probably beat that lap. Like how super light this bike is.
Well, that one is lighter, but this is not that far off.
It's more agile and leaning in the turns and all that versus the naked variant.
No, I was just curious to see how it feels also to sit on it, how aggressive it is. It's nothing like a 600cc Super Sport, so that's good. I don't like the full, you know, sport bike ergonomics anymore. I used to when I was younger, but not anymore.
How does this feel?
It feels good. With a tiny bit of wind hitting you, you're not gonna have any weight on your hands. No, it's very nice. Yeah, the pegs feel similar. They're not super high. No, yeah, it's nice. I'm gonna put my dual sport for sale this weekend. If that sells, then maybe I'll be looking at it more seriously. The rates are pretty high right now, right?
Cali's offering, I think, as low as 1.95.
On any bike, or?
I want to say it's on certain bikes.
Yeah.
I just had a guy get approved for a KLX for 1.95. With these, it's probably maybe the highest, about like 6.9.
Yeah, so it's not as bad as I thought. When you go into the Kawasaki webpage, you know, they kind of have like a little loan calculator thing there, and then they put a default of like 10 point something, but yeah, I mean, I don't know why that's the number they've got there, but yeah, I know there's deals for different bikes sometimes. But
out of all your bikes that you've taken to the track, the MT is your favorite?
Well, my fastest time was on a Ducati Multistrada that I had before. Then I've taken a VFR 800, Yamaha FZ1 that I had. It's funny, like almost on all of them, the lap time was the same. And then, but the Multistrada, I took that one out more times. New sticky tires on it. I got a better lap time on that one. But then second place after the Multistrada is this bike. It's funny, but you just go so much faster in the turns, even though it doesn't have a lot of power for the straights. You don't realize how much, how much time you're making up in the turns. And it doesn't even feel like you're going that fast, but you're going faster than on the big bikes. Just because of the weight. It makes a big difference. And then the Tenerays, when I was getting my dual sport, yeah, these were impossible to find. Like, I never saw one. This is like, I think this is the first one I see in person at a dealer.
Really? I have two of these.
That's good. That's a much better situation. Let me see how tall this one feels. Usually I can flat foot any bike. Yeah, it's too bad they have some other versions in Europe with like better suspension and stuff, a little bit more expensive, but it's too bad they haven't brought them to the US yet. People just complain that this one feels too top heavy if you drop it.
I'd agree with that.
It looks like a big dirt bike.
For the most part though, I think it's equally balanced.
This year they got the better screen on it, right? Yeah, no, that's cool. It's the first one I see in person. Well, cool. Yeah, I just have a little bit of time right now during lunch, but I wanted to see this one in person. And yeah, these colors are really nice.
Yeah, if you want, I can get you a breakdown right quick, show you what it looks like, and get you out of here.
So I can take it with me? That'd be good to take with me. Ooh, an MT-09 SP. This is last year's though. Very cool. Maybe this would be smarter. Nice. Well, we'll see what the numbers look like, but yeah, this dealer, other times I've gotten quotes from them, they tack on quite a bit of fees. The dealer in Alamogordo, smaller town mentality, probably would have a better price. So this is an R3. The ZX4RR feels a little bit more aggressive than the R3. The clip-ons are a little bit lower. My feet feel a little bit further back on the ZX4. It's the first time I see an MT-07 in person and sit on one. The suspension is crazy squishy on this. Super soft. It's one of the softest suspensions I've ever felt on a bike. It's crazy. Probably comfy for the streets, but I don't know about a track bike. You'd have to do suspension work.
My name's Aaron.
Okay.
If there's anything I can do for you, give me a call, shoot me a text, and we'll see about working out on the ZX4.
Okay. Sounds good, Aaron. Thank you.
Right on. You take care, okay?
You too. So yeah, there's the MSRP, and then they're charging $1,200 for freight and setup, which feels a little bit high. Gotta sell something before I buy something. Poor bike is pretty dusty out here. This is an MT-09 SP Olin suspension. This is last year's model, not this year's. Much stiffer. So this suspension would probably feel pretty good on track compared to the MT-07. The ZX4RR. I love the colors of this bike. The ergos are not too crazy. Suspension feels a little bit less stiff than the MT-09 SP, but it's a lighter bike, so that makes sense. Is it a lighter bike? No, the MT-09 SP might be close. This one's about 415, I think. Why don't these mirrors pop out? There we go. Yeah, it's not bad. Be a lot of fun. Cool. We'll see what happens. If you find this type of content useful, please consider subscribing and hit that like button to be notified of future content.